Hey there, meteorologist Ryan Weekman in the WTOL 11 Weather Center giving you an update on the forecast heading into Thanksgiving. If you're going to be on the roads traveling for you here, we do have a system that we're monitoring. Could bring some pretty widespread showers overnight, Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Thanksgiving Day itself looking pretty good as our turkey's doing a little happy dance for us here, just like we will be tomorrow. 42 degrees for the high temperature, mostly cloudy. I think most of our Thanksgiving Day it's going to be dry. Not worried about any widespread showers or anything. That is mostly overnight and then ends by daybreak for Thanksgiving. So weather impacts ahead today. Pretty overcast tonight. We got those widespread showers. And then talking your long range forecast, looking much colder. We've had a couple of shots of some chillier air this autumn season, but overall it's been pretty easy. It's been very mild. Most of our 10-day forecast starting off on Friday. That's really where the pattern change is going to begin. You're going to realize it is definitely winter outside for us. Radar and satellites pretty quiet. Let's talk about those travel conditions today. And on time is what our airports have reported for most of the day. So that's some great news there. We've got green cars. So if you're going to be traveling on the road, we'll say you're pretty good during the daylight hours today. Head to the south. Maybe your travel plans take you to Columbus, Cincinnati, Indianapolis. We've got the yellow car on the map there because you're going to run into rain and some wet roadways earlier that direction. But if you're heading west towards Chicago, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, give you the green car there. You're probably going to run into some pretty bad traffic around Chicago. But as far as weather conditions go, that is not going to slow you down. So certainly some good news there. Let's look at our hour-by-hour forecast in this system, which again will largely stay the center of this. The core of it will go to the south through Kentucky into West Virginia. That puts us on the northern edge of this one. And notice that just means some scattered rain and, yes, snow showers. Before you get overly concerned looking at this saying snow showers, how are the roads going to be? The answer is just fine. They're going to be wet. Air temperatures will be well above freezing, and the snow is probably not going to come down heavy enough to give any more than just a slushy grass accumulation. That's going to be actively melting even as it sits on the top of the grass. So this will be something by tomorrow morning. Most spots will be waking up. Even if you have that light coating, it'll be melting very quickly. And in the Toledo metro, I just don't see that as a very strong likelihood to get even any snow to accumulate tonight. Hour by hour forecast says our Thanksgiving, again, looks pretty dry and quiet, doesn't it here? Maybe even a little peak of sunshine late in the morning into the early afternoon hours. As we advance the clock towards the evening, you'll see cold air come rushing in. I told you Friday was kind of the day that pattern really changes. And not only are we talking about some light snow showers, but this may actually be enough to accumulate very lightly across southern Michigan or extreme northwest Ohio. So again, definitely something that we will be watching, but it doesn't look like even if we get some accumulation, it would be a lot. Big news, though, is the fact that temperatures are going to be so cold that, yes, it will be able to stick just a little bit, unlike what we've seen for most of this season. So one thing you need to know here, a major cold snap, highs below freezing as we get into the weekend. We do expect those temperatures to turn downright frigid. An area of low pressure is going to sit over the Hudson Bay and Ontario region. That opens the door for some very frigid cold air to come swinging down, and that's going to be sustained. It's not a 1 or 2 day chilly forecast. It's kind of where we're headed for a good chunk of the first half of December. And that means with cold air coming down for the first time this season, we're mentioning possible major lake effect snow. If over in Michigan, yes, some pretty good snow, but not like what we're expecting over on the eastern end of the Great Lakes, specifically off of Lake Erie and up towards Lake Ontario. If your travel plans take you from Cleveland to Buffalo on I-90 this weekend, you absolutely need to be paying close attention to the forecast. These are the type of snow squalls where we see those large pileups happen occasionally, and that is obviously not something that you want to mess with. So be very vigilant if you're going to be traveling east of Cleveland this weekend. Extended forecast for you. There's those light snow showers Friday. Even though we're talking major snow accumulations in the snow belt Saturday, Sunday, things will be fairly quiet around here. That cold sticks around. Look for those highs back in the lower 30s to continue Monday and Tuesday. And while there's no major systems on the near horizon, you may notice a few light showers late next week. Just something for us to keep in mind as we watch our forecast into the beginning of the last month of the year. Have a very great rest of your day, a good Thanksgiving and holiday weekend from all of us here on the WTOL 11 Weather Center.